So today I'm going to do a video on dealing with the critical voice. Even though I have this critical voice inside my head, it's pretty mean to me. It says a lot of very unkind things. It says things like, women my age can't succeed. People like me will never do well. It's too late. I've missed the boat. There's no point in trying. And it's really mean and very loud in my head. And I deeply and completely accept myself. Even though I have this critical voice. And it says a lot of very mean things. It feels like it's shouting at me. It's like a big, shouty, angry voice yelling at me not to do this. There's no point in doing that. You're never going to succeed. So there's no point in trying. And I deeply and completely accept myself. Even though I had this big, angry, shouty voice. And it's like it has a radar and it scans everything to find all of my shortcomings. Anytime I haven't done something completely well, anytime somebody might have said something to me, or anytime things didn't turn out the way I wanted them to. And it just keeps telling me that I'm rubbish. I'm not good enough. I don't deserve. And I'm not worthy. And I deeply and completely accept myself. This critical voice, it keeps shouting at me. It's a very loud, shouty voice. It tells me about all my shortcomings. It says things to me like, women my age could never succeed. People like me will never do well. And that there's no point in trying because I'll probably fail anyway. And it's a really loud, angry, shouty voice saying all of these mean things to me. And it's like it has a special radar. It scans through my life to find all of the things that I didn't do that well. And it keeps reminding me of these. This big, loud, shouty voice saying things like people like me, women like me, people my age, tell me that I'm not worthy, that I'm no good, that if people found out who I really was, this big, angry, shouty voice. I take a big, deep breath in and out. So even though I still have this critical voice, and sometimes it goes a bit quieter and it starts criticizing others. And it says things like, I don't think much of that. That wasn't so great. Who do they think they are? And it's a voice that's full of judgment. And I deeply and completely accept myself. Even though sometimes my critical voice, it turns its attention to others. And there is a saying that if you point one finger at someone, there are three things pointing back at you. So it's just reflecting back what the critical voice thinks of you. Don't think much of that. That wasn't up to much. Who does she think she is? And I deeply and completely accept myself. Even though I have this critical voice, and it sometimes turns its attention to others, this really judgmental voice saying very mean things about other people, but really it's talking to me. And it's saying these mean things back to me. And I deeply and completely accept myself. This critical voice, sometimes it turns on others. And it's really mean, very judgmental, saying things like, well, they're not up to much. I don't think much of what they're doing. And this mean, judgmental voice, they say that if you point one finger at someone, there are three pointing back at you. So it's just another way of being mean to myself. Saying these mean things to others is me just being mean to myself. Clever, that critical voice. All of this judgment, this big, loud, shouty, critical voice. I take a big, deep breath in and out. Okay. Even though I have this critical voice, and I wonder, what's it there for? What's its purpose? It sounds so angry. But I wonder, is it afraid? Is it afraid of me getting hurt? Is it afraid of me being disappointed? Is it afraid of me going outside of my comfort zone? And then something bad happening? And I deeply and completely accept myself. Even though I can see now that there's fear underneath this. So that when my critical voice is shouting at me, it is coming from a place of love and trying to protect me. I know it wants to keep me safe. It doesn't want me to be disappointed. It doesn't want me to be hurt. And I thank my critical voice. And I honor what you're trying to do. You're trying to protect me and keep me safe. And I thank you for that. And I deeply and completely accept myself. Even though I can see now that my critical voice is trying to protect me. And I know it views anything that doesn't go quite to plan as being a mistake and as being a failure. I'm wondering, could we look at it in a different way together? That this is just more information. It just means that that way didn't work particularly well. So maybe I need to try doing something a little bit different. So this is just data and new information. And maybe we could just look at it in a different way. And you don't have to be so scared. I am going to get disappointed sometimes. But I'm able to get through it. I have resources. And it just gives me information of how I can do things differently next time. And I deeply and completely accept myself. My critical voice I know it's trying to protect me and to keep me safe. It's coming from a place of love. It doesn't want me to be disappointed. It doesn't want me to be hurt. And I honor what my critical voice is trying to do. I see that it's coming from a place of love. And I'm wondering if we could view these scary experiences as maybe just being exciting, a little bit scary and a little bit exciting. And when things don't go quite to plan, rather than viewing them as a complete failure, maybe we could view them as just being data and giving us more information about how we could do things differently and how we can grow and learn from this. And giving some space to the fear that is there anytime we do something new. And that it is a little bit scary, but it's also a little bit exciting to be trying something new. So I honor my critical voice, and I'm giving space to all of the fears, all of the worries, all of the anxieties. And it's okay to feel like that. But allowing some motion, energy and motion to move through these feelings. Take a big deep breath in and out. I'm just going to do one more round and say, even though I'm guessing that when my critical voice is really going hard at it, it may be a sign that I need to have more self-compassion, to nurture myself more. And maybe it could be like a bit of a barometer for me, that I just need to take the foot off the pedal a bit, be kind to myself, be kind to my critical voice, have compassion and kindness and understanding for all of me. And I deeply and completely accept myself. My critical voice could be a barometer telling me that I need to look after myself more. A bit of a guide to have more compassion. I need more nourishment, more self-nourishment. I need nurturing. And having compassion and understanding for all parts of me. And knowing that I might need to ask for help. Maybe I can't do it all on my own. And that's okay. And that is a sign of strength. Saying that things are a bit out of balance and I need something to get me on track, to put me back into balance, honoring all parts of me, because it's what makes up all of me, and viewing it with love, kindness, and compassion. Okay, now take a big deep breath in and out. And thank you for listening.